Knowing how to expand the reach of a genre so its typical conventions don't inherently turn potential newcomers away is no simple feat. It requires a degree of middle ground finesse with notable innovation that takes time to craft. When it comes to the Galvanic Games developed Wizard with a Gun, we get a captivating survival action adventure that really came together after a lengthy 4-year development journey. The question is, does it live up to the hype? Well, let's find out. Wizard with a Gun throws us into a decaying world, and you take on the role of a silent gunmancer with a knack for rewinding time to combat the looming chaos. Your mission? Collect special artifacts to restore the Chronomancer's Wheel, a device responsible for those epic time rewinds. The heart of your operations? The Tower, your hub for all things necessary. But I'll be honest, the game's premise can be a bit overwhelming when you first start out. The initial tutorials might leave you scratching your head. But don't be discouraged. Once you get past the learning curve, you'll be hooked by the addictive gameplay loop that keeps you coming back for more. Wizard with a Gun features 2 key areas, the tower we mentioned earlier and the Shatter, where the real action takes place. Rewinding time is at the core of this game, giving it a roguelike quality. When you venture into the Shattered, you only have a limited time before you can retreat to the tower where time stands still. The Shattered's biomes are randomly generated with each visit, adding to the game's replayability. The main loop revolves around gathering gears in the Shattered to fill up the Chronomancer's Wheel in the tower, unlocking new areas. However, this isn't as simple as it sounds. You've got to be well equipped for the job, and that's where the fun begins. Crafting and upgrading guns with unique elemental properties alongside other gameplay elements add a layer of complexity. Customization extends to the support of maneuvers and effects on enemies, allowing for plenty of player individuality. Wizard with a Gun is more than just a crafting game, as it offers diverse combat options that should not be underestimated. Getting better gear was a significant motivation for me to keep playing, but it's not the only factor at play. Every aspect of the game flows seamlessly into the next, largely due to the time constraints in the Shattered. You have to make every moment count, and the game doesn't give much room to waste time. The maps in the Shattered are compact and filled with collectibles and NPCs who provide crucial information and recipes. But here's the important bit. If the Shattered timer runs out, it's not an immediate game over. The world starts to crumble, but you still have time to retreat to the tower and initiate a new cycle. It adds urgency, but doesn't have you in a constant state of panic. Crafting is made easier thanks to the World Builder and the First Edition. The World Builder shoots out crafted recipes, allowing you to carry a portable crafting table with you. The First Edition serves as a treasure trove of lore and a way to learn new recipes, crafting a seamless experience once you get the hang of it. And let's not forget about the ground layer, which lays the tiles on the ground, acting as bridges to previously unreachable areas in both the tower and the Shattered. Every tool serves a purpose, and it's a blast figuring out how to switch up your loadout effectively. As great as this gameplay loop is, the enemies that you encounter might not pose much of a challenge, especially in the later stages. Feeling overpowered takes away from the need for crafting and upgrading, which could have been more vital. On the other hand, if cosmetic variations is your thing, well, you're in luck. You can personalize your character's gear and tweak your surroundings. While it's not my cup of tea, the option is there for those who enjoy it. Wizard with a Gun is a delightful and addictive action-adventure game that's spiced up by non-intrusive roguelike and crafting elements. The slow start and somewhat confusing gameplay loop might deter some newcomers, but those who stick around will find themselves investing countless hours into improving their base and character. Even if survival games aren't your usual jam, the game offers much more. Plus, there's a multiplayer functionality that cranks up the replayability. Noisy Pixel is giving Wizard with a Gun an 8.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers providing independent gaming coverage through news, reviews, previews, and more. Check out our Patreon to help support our continued growth, and subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.